hear that. Better run when you hear that. I said,
Run when you hear that. Better run when you hear that. I said,
run when you hear that. I said, better run. I said, run when you hear that. Run when you hear that. Better run. I said, run when you hear that. Run when you hear that. Run when you hear that. Run when you hear that.
Good evening everybody, Bruce Foster here, Chew the Fat. That video there was, now hang on, I've got an echo here. Why do I have an echo? I don't know. 2 seconds. Guys, can I get a thumbs up if the audio is echoing? Someone give me a thumbs up. Maybe it might sound all right to you guys, but for me, it sounds awful. Bad sound? No echo here. Right, Daz, thanks for that. I don't know why I've got it, but it's a slight echo, which is kind of off-putting for me. But let's persevere. Timeless aerial photography, that was that video there from Moto 2 of the P1 Aqua X at the weekend. Mandy Skips shared it, and obviously it's Noah that's at the front. So yeah, good results for him at the weekend. Now I do have an update on what's happening with the guests tonight. Unfortunately, Noah has indicated to me that he's a little bit, well, he's not a little bit, but he's totally jet lagged after coming back from the US, and it's perfectly understandable. I was chancing my luck anyway, and I did wonder if he was going to struggle, especially arriving back in New Zealand first thing this morning at the early hours. So he has asked if, pardon the pun, if he could skip, sorry Mandy, that's a bad one, if you could skip the interview tonight, and we'll get Noah on at a later date. But Dave's agreed to still come on. So for those of you that were hanging out with Dave at the weekend, you get another chance to catch up with him again. So no further ado, let's just move on to that and let's just get him in. Hopefully he is ready to jump in. Oh, good evening, Peter, Mandy, Daz, Sarah, Claudia, whoever, Rob. Good evening to everyone that's tuning in. And right, so I'm connected in. I'm just waiting on Mr. Vennel to jump on into the meeting room. And let's see where he's at. Oh, there we go. Just caught a glimpse of that there. Fingers crossed. Mr. Vennel, how are we?
Yeah, I'm good.
I can
just
see you, but for some
get my
reason
sound
you're. Oh, wait a minute. I know what.
sound
Stupid
set
me.
up to the other computer. Hang
Nah,
on.
you're all right. It's me. I've got to get the window back up.
Right, I'm back.
You are there. I can hear you, mate.
Can you see me?
I can, but I can see you. I don't have you up on the stream at the moment. I'm trying to get that window up, and I need that window to get you on the screen, and that's what I've lost. I can see you in the bottom corner. Let's just see. Why is it not coming up? There, I've got you now, somehow.
I don't know.
I've got you in the... Oh, you appeared briefly there. What's going on?
I've no idea. I've got your logo
Right.
and your microphone.
There we go. I think I have you now. There we go. Can you see me? You might not see me,
No.
actually, because when I switch on the camera, it goes nuts. Let's
You
just
know,
see.
all I've got's your logo, those expensive stickers you were trying to sell at the weekend.
I offered you one for free.
I feel sorry for you. I couldn't take
How are you, mate? Now,
I'm
this
good.
is looking a bit bizarre because what I'm looking at is like a mirror reflection of everything that's going on. Yeah, it looks okay on the actual feed. Okay, let's just run with it. Yeah, how was your weekend? Honestly.
Mate, it was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was good to catch up with some people again. 3 days in Australia of good weather. Apparently, it was raining all the time here. But no, it was.
Okay.
You know, I hadn't been on a ski for 5 weeks with my knee problem, so it was a bit of a baptism of fire going out there and throwing myself in the deep end.
How did the knee hold up?
The knee was the best part of the body on Monday.
It's funny you say that because there was a bunch of people who had been racing at the weekend with you were all complaining of the same thing, and it was like my legs are numb. I'm having to walk it off, all that kind of stuff. So it was pretty funny to read some of the comments, and totally understandable given the nature of the race.
Yeah, it was not a pleasant experience standing up in the airplane to get off when we got home. It was a bit slow.
My question to you is, did you cramp up at any point?
No, not cramp. Just I seized, sort of semi-seized up. I had to stand up and do a couple of stretches right at the end, but no, I was fine.
That's good. That's good. Now you're planning on coming back for the state championships. Yep. Is that correct, or is that on the lowdown at the moment?
No. It's all. The wife has been advised. With plenty of notice. No, we're coming back.
Oh, we're. Who's your team?
Yeah. Beanie and Johnny will be there.
Your
I'll be there.
trusted
Um,
sidekicks.
yeah, I hear a whisper that Noah might be coming back too.
Ooh, that'd be good. Now he's obviously going to be Yamaha. That'd be
Yeah,
the case. I would think he would be.
he will. Yeah, he will be.
So,
I'll be on. I'll be entering rec lights and giving Jamie's Kawasaki another whirl around an NA.
true. That's because I can't race.
Nah, well, if you want to race, you can race it. That's
Nah, I
fine.
can't. My knee's still not right. It's not going to be right until at least round 4. I'm aiming for round 4. You know, I spoke to the physio the other day, and I asked him about it, and he said, "Nah, you've got a bit of work to do yet before I could say yep." So I gave him a date, and he says, "Yeah, he should be okay for that." So fingers crossed. Nah, I'm planning on for the round 4th. That's what I'm planning on. So
When
long
is round
journey.
4?
Eh?
When is round 4?
September. I think it's the first weekend in September 8th. I think. Off the top of my head, I think it's the 8th. Yeah.
Yes,
So
I don't know if I'll be able to make it
and
back for that. I've
it's
got
at Redcliffe as well. It's not at Somerset. So be a bit more rowdy out there, up there.
after I have this weekend off, and then I've got 3 weekends in a row where I'm racing either one end of the North Island, then Australia, and then the other end of the North Island. So
Mate, you're a glutton for punishment.
I said I missed it. I've had a month off, 5 weeks off.
Well, Jamie's made a comment about 5 minutes ago. Jesus, do I need to go help him? Now, I know she's meaning the tech stuff, but that wasn't actually, Jamie, that wasn't your dad's fault, that was mine. Okay, so it's at my end. And, but hey, listen, if you think he needs physical help.
Really? Said the Scotsman with a little camera.
Size isn't everything. Size isn't everything.
So Rachel jumped to your defence about
Who?
Rach living in the moment. She jumped to your defence on Sunday.
Did she? Did I miss a
Yeah.
comment somewhere? All right.
Yeah, you must. Yeah, no, it's there.
Okay. Have you spoken to Rachel lately? In the past couple of days?
No, no. I've been busy since I got home.
No. If you get a chance, have a catch up. I've gave her something that she might be able to use that would benefit you guys and racing over there in general. So what I was using on Sunday, I've told Rachel about it, so she would be able to do the same sort of thing.
Because hopefully she's going to be at our race in Tauranga in 2 weeks' time.
I think she mentioned she was going to try and get to it, and bring her daughter, because she likes to do Rachel likes to do the photography, obviously, but she messaged me a while back about streaming, like what do I need to live stream, and I messaged her, I told her what it was, and she kind of went off the whole idea because of what was involved, and it meant tying up one of her photography cameras as well, which she didn't want to do. But now that I've did that one at the weekend there off the phone, she is curious to explore that opportunity, and she mentioned she'd maybe get her daughter to help with that as well. So it'll benefit you guys for getting your races out, and anyone else that's got clubs over there as well that have got their events coming up. So something positive for you guys.
That'd be excellent. Does it come with subtitles? Because no one can understand you.
Fuck off. You understood that.
I love your answer.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That's not nice. So you reckon, mind you, by New Zealand standards, the weather up at Somerset would have been pretty good.
Oh, mate, it was awesome. There was a little bit of rain when we got there at
Yeah,
5:30 on Sunday morning, but once the sun came up, it was a beautiful day.
it
It was a
was.
good day.
Yeah, wind picked up a little bit later in the afternoon, but it was pretty good. Pretty good all round. I thought it was. It could have been worse, but it turned out really nice. So, your daughter's just responded, "Nah, he's beyond all help."
Yeah, well, there is that theory going around.
Yeah, it's nice to know that you've got a loving, supporting family. Good evening, Rachel. Danielle, good evening. Mary Ann Lewis, Cameron Martin's sister, is also tuning in. So thank you. What
Yeah,
events
we're
have
in the
you got?
shirt too. Look.
Yeah, I see that. I did catch a glimpse of that. So very, very nice. I'm going to talk about all that later on. So, um, yeah, 5 weeks in, no, it's pretty good. If you first 5 weeks after being in the water, and then suddenly you've got yourself a third place, that ain't bad.
Yeah, well, I sort of, I, yeah, I achieved third place by attrition, I suppose. But then it's like with any race, you've actually got to stay on the ski, and you've got to start it, and you've got to finish it to get to be have a chance in the points. And
Of course you do. Of course you do. Exactly. And that's what happened for a lot of the guys at the weekend. Like, to be honest, I think Mitch Wyatt or Wyatt, sorry, he probably would have taken the overall in the open class, but his ski wasn't reliable. So yeah, that hurt him bad. And like you say, the ones that stayed on and had reliability the whole distance were the ultimate ones that prevailed. So good result for a few people.
yep,
What?
yeah,
Go
that
on.
first race was Cambridge.
Yeah. Small class NA. If I'd been there, mate, I would have beat you.
Yep, undoubtedly.
Nah, I wouldn't have. What have you guys got coming up down in New Zealand then?
Um, have a weekend off this weekend, and then in 2 weeks to a week and a half's time, we with NZJSBA. There's a 100-mile enduro at Foxton, which starts on the river, goes out over the bar into the ocean, just doing laps. It's broken into two 50-mile races with a fuel stop in the middle, and people can either do it as teams or do it
All
solo,
right. Yeah.
just do a 50-miler.
Yep.
I'm doing the 100 solo,
Ooh, damn. That'll be a
and then
killer.
the following week is Australia, and then the week after that we got the Jetski race in New Zealand enduro. It's theoretically it's our round two, but it'll be our first one because we had to cancel round one. So we've got an enduro at Tauranga at a new venue on the inner harbour of Tauranga. So we're not going to have a lot of ocean swell or anything, but if it gets windy, it could get interesting.
Could
It's
get
not that
interesting.
deep,
Yep.
so
Yep.
chop up.
Now, Jamie's obviously in reference to your weekend or this weekend. I assume Jamie is referring to your grandson's. What is his birthday?
Oh,
You got
it was
something on, and she said you better not forget his grandson thinks he's the best.
uh, yeah, my grandson's 6 years old and he's playing like tag rugby.
Oh, mate, you can't miss that.
I've only seen one game this season, so yeah, I might have to make an effort and see game number two at the weekend.
It's your grandson. It doesn't. It's not about making an effort. You've got to be there.
Well, he's going to be there. Got plenty of time to catch up on all that stuff.
I'll come over. I'll stream it live, and then you don't have to go. How's that sound?
You can't make it to a jet ski race. How are you going to make it to a kids' football game?
I was there on Sunday. Come on, and I was there for round 3, and unfortunately that had to be canned. But you're brutal. You're a brutal man. You're a brutal man.
Well, it was good to see you there on Sunday, and it was good that the live streaming was there because it let people here at home watch it.
Yes.
And I imagine that It let the guys in New South Wales or from New South Wales, if their families could watch it as well. It's just, it's
Well,
an awesome addition.
I did have your wife tune in. I had a couple of people from New South Wales, including Mike Kriskos, tune in as
Yeah,
well. And then obviously I had some other people tuning in, and it helped as well because some of the people in attendance at Somerset were actually sharing the stream as well. So that helped kind of get it out a little bit wider. So that was really, really good. So I can't complain.
no, and I think everybody really appreciates your effort in doing it. And even with this podcast, um, most of the time we can understand you, and it's good. So sometimes you have subtitles, but one of the funny part is when you have subtitles, sometimes even the subtitles have trouble understanding what you're saying. It's quite interesting what it throws up sometimes.
I actually watched one of the streams and I realised that, yeah, the closed captions didn't understand what I said as well. But hopefully people figured it out. So, Jamie's made a comment. Yes, us gunslinger tribe back here in New Zealand. Oh, they do appreciate me streaming it. Right, okay. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks for your kind words. Yeah, I just want to get it out there, and it's not about me trying to do it for myself. I want to help Jamie grow the QPWC with exposure, and the more people we can get out to, the better. Because there's still people don't have a clue that there's racing going on here.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Like I've tried. It's all like I'm posting it all over a lot of social medias, and I think there's a lot of people would like to get into it, but they don't know where to start. And then I think they're a bit, because they've bought the big RX, the 300s and all that kind of stuff. Most of them are usually buying them. There's very few that go out and just buy a naturally aspirated off the first ski or whatever. They'll go for that high end ski and then that'll be it, and then they don't bother. They're not willing to go down a level to the rec lights or anything like that. So, yeah, it's a bit like if people were able to buy more Sparks and more naturally aspirated skis, I think it would benefit. More people would probably be willing to give it a go. But I think the cost involved for a lot of people puts people off because they get the high end skis.
Yeah, it's a chicken and egg. It'd be nice if the clubs could afford to have a fleet of rec lights or NA skis for people to start on, because there's two schools of thought. It's a lot of money for someone to go and buy the new 325 or the big Yamahas or whatever and go racing with no experience. Is actually quite dangerous, I think. People need to start in the lower classes like they do in motorsport. Nobody goes out and buys a Formula One car and goes and lines up on the grid.
That's true. That's true. And that's one of the reasons why obviously I ride obviously a 300, but from a race perspective, I'm not experienced enough to race a 300. I feel I need to take that step back in order to get an understanding of it. And I do remember a comment that Seb Bahadurin made as well, and he was a firm believer that people should go rec light or naturally aspirated to start, and that stuck in my head. So when I mentioned to Jamie Eady that I was thinking about racing, he did suggest, "Oh, I've got a naturally aspirated," and I was like, "Okay, let's have a look at that." So, yeah, that's the avenue that I'm going to go down to. That, like, if you come over in September for round 4, I don't know what you're going to be. I don't know what you'll ride or what I'll ride. Like at the moment, you're riding the ski that I was practicing on. But
Yeah.
I think Jamie did say he maybe had another one. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I do intend on being racing in round 4.
Is that what's wrong with it? You broke it.
My knee. Oh,
Oh,
the ski. No, apparently it wasn't starting, and it was something to do with somebody that had it in an event before I used it, which happened to be the Nationals. Can't remember who it was that had it.
Yeah, I tried to sink it.
I didn't want a name drop, but if you're willing to admit your guilt, then that's fine. That's fine.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I was entirely responsible, but it tried to sink on me. Yeah, it filled itself up twice. Hey, no,
Janine,
it's a good
Janine
ski.
just said Dave rides it faster than you, Bruce. Oh, thanks for the vote of confidence there, Janine.
If I come over in September, Bruce, Jamie's got two of them. I'll get Jamie to have a race with just you and me.
What are we going to call it? The geriatrics class?
Yep.
Go for that.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what you call it. No, we can do it. You either do it on that or do it on Sparks.
I don't know. Does he
'Cause
have
he's got
enough?
the
Oh, you've
Spark
got a
as
spark, and Jamie's got one, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Could be. Could possibly. Daz is calling it the old gets class.
well. He just about qualifies too. He could join us.
Yeah, Daz. Come on. You've got enough sparks. You could surely put one of them together. Sarah's in as long as there's trophies. You glory hunter. Come on, Sarah. It's not about the glory. Okay, guys. Dave, your wife's defending you. She's calling Daz rude. So he's a rude dude.
I can't see any comments. I've just got
Yeah,
I've got your logo on.
They're popping up on mine on my feed here, so I've got them all here. So that's why I'm paraphrasing them to you, so you know what's going on. Long term, still coming to Queensland, as long as there's some racing here. Is that your plans?
What was that? Sorry.
Do you have some plans for, like, what's your plans for later on in the year? What, are you going to come over for New South Wales, or when they get?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to. It's just, yeah, it'd be. I've so far this year I've raced in Victoria, in New South Wales, and obviously been in Brisbane a couple of times already. I just enjoy racing and enjoy meeting all the people everywhere. It'd be nice to spend more time going to racing in Victoria and Sydney, but at the end of the day, it comes down to money.
Yeah,
It's not a cheap exercise.
Well, that's true. That's true. You need
it's a case of trying to find skis in the venue.
Yeah, it's what? Sorry.
Trying to find skis to ride at the different venues.
Yeah, yeah. And then you've got to get, like, if you want to ride that one that's up here at the moment in Queensland, you're going to have to get it taken down. So, well, we'll see. Who knows what's around the corner for everyone?
Yeah.
Mate, I'm looking forward to catching up with you in Queensland at the state titles.
Yeah, it'd be nice to come back a couple more times this year. I haven't really been keeping abreast of what's on. I don't know who's published their schedules for the year between New South Wales and Victoria.
They don't have anything at the moment. I did mention, I spoke to Matt and to Seb, and they're still got to put their new committee in place. They haven't even voted on a new committee. So until that's settled, they can't plan anything.
Yeah, there's another crowd in another crowd. There's another jet ski racing organisation in Queensland.
Yep.
Reasonably close to there, which I'd looked at. There's some crossover of membership that I'd be racing against. On the Gold Coast, and at the end of the day, we're just one big racing family.
They do have a schedule. They do have a schedule that's out. So, if you want a copy of it, I'll send it through to you.
Yeah, I think I've got that on an email. Said it'd be. I like racing wherever it is. If the health and the wealth play ball, well, yeah, I just try and attend.
Yep, exactly, exactly. All right, listen, anybody you want to shout out, and I'll let you go.
There's one person that I keep forgetting to mention is Jamie Eady from Brisbane Kawasaki. You know, I rock in over there and we beg, borrow, and steal anything and everything out of his workshop. Take his time, use his vehicle, use his trailer, use his ski, um, and have a ball.
Yep.
And sometimes I wonder if Jamie gets the recognition for half the work that he does with
I
QPW.
don't believe a lot of people realise exactly how much he's doing behind the scenes, and not just him, but the amount of work that Marty, is one of his employees, Marty James, how much work he puts in to help with the
Yeah.
QPWC as well. So yeah, it's a bit mind blowing if people realise how much he's putting into it.
Yeah, and it's also not just Jamie, but the whole committee of the club of QPWC, being involved or being president of Jetski Racing New Zealand over here and having a pretty good committee here. I know you can't do it. You can do a lot on your own, but you can't do it without a committee behind you.
Yep.
And people put up with all the grumbles on the day from this one and that one, but every event I've been to has been over there has been well run. It's been a happy place. And I just enjoy coming over there. And it's full kudos to
That's good
Jamie
to
and the
hear.
crew that put it on.
Yep.
And
At the end of
yeah,
the day, there's you never keep everyone happy. There's but we've got to try and keep majority happy. So that's the main thing. And I think so far, um, it's been pretty good. In
yep,
fact, it's better than pretty good. I think it's bloody good. So long may that
yeah,
continue.
yeah. You just I sort of Jamie's got an ethos a bit like we have over here. Put the event on and people will come.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
in other
yeah,
words,
yeah.
if you
Like
sat there and worried about
he
it,
doesn't want to get involved in any nonsense or crap that dramas that are associated with some of these things, but he tries to ignore them as much as he can, and he just wants to get people racing, get events on, race himself. He just wants to see it kind of build and grow, and I'm more than happy to try and help him any way I can to do that. So
yeah. So from me personally, just a big thank you, Jamie, Peter, Dave. But Dave, I can never remember what Grumpy Dave's name. How do you say his name? Mac Tick or and yourself.
Matichek,
Is it? Yeah.
Matichek.
I asked him the other day if anyone had given him a T-shirt with Grumpy Dave on it, and he just cracked up laughing.
He tipped his hat because he knows.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, just a big thanks to the whole crew over there, including yourself. It's good fun, and as long as I can, I'll keep coming back.
I love it. I love it when everybody comes together and we just have a good time, and that's what it's all about. All
All right,
right,
bud.
Dave. We'll let you go,
We'll
mate.
see you in a couple of weeks.
All right. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Okay. Cheers, mate. See you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. So there we go. Good old Dave Vennell. Love having him on. Good evening, Joshua or Josh. Anyone I missed any comments? Rachel, welcome. Reg Turner was watching. I'm not sure if he still is. Good evening to you all. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and let's move on and let's go with a bit of a roundup. Now I've probably jumped this window a bit. 2 seconds. Let me get this hooked up. Right. So we're starting recreational stuff at the moment, and I like to touch base with different clubs, recreationally wise. I always do the racing first, but I'd rather change it around a little bit, go through the rec stuff, because I don't want people thinking I'm prioritizing racing all the time. It's not what we're all about. The reason a lot of racing gets put on here is because it's happening. It's things that's happening. There's things to report about it, and it does take up some time. So from the recreational point of view, I want to get more recreational stuff on here as well. So that, for me, I do have to continually check around a lot of the clubs and groups just to see if I've missed anything, if there's any little rides or anything like that that's coming up on a recreational side of things. Good evening, Brett. Pleasure having you on. Thanks for tuning in. So let's just go with the Rex, and I think over in Perth and WA. Excuse me while I'm looking down because my main screen's down a bit, and I think they've been pretty quiet lately. Let me just check their events. I don't think they've got anything coming up. Yeah, I think they've been quiet. Occasionally they do organise some rides, primarily through Friday's Sea-Doo and Can-Am. They organise some rides and stuff, so it's usually pretty good that they've got. So they always post it on the Perth Jetski Junkies page, so it's worth checking in if you live over that way. Even if you're planning on going over that way as for a trip, give them a buzz, give these people a buzz, message them. You never know, they might have a spare ski or just say, hey, jump on the back with us. You can come on a ride. So worth touching base with them. Let's go on to... Alright, next, South Australia. Daz, we'll get you. I don't know what you've commented. I'll catch up on that later. So they did do a little trip last week, I think. No, the weekend before. Local river ride. And a bunch of photographs were put up for it as well. Okay, let me just see if I can find where it was. Blanchetown to Smoke Signal Hill in Nildotty, and taken in the backwaters and the Punyellaroo Cave. Looks quite nice. Be a nice little trip. Give you a little glimpse of that. Looks a bit tight, but yeah, wow, that'll be nice. Old ferry. Yep, good old viaduct and head all the way back. So that was South Australia Jet Ski Club. Again, check their pages because they organised rides and stuff as well. Same thing applies to them. Touch base with them. If you're down that way, taking your ski or looking to see if you can either get on the back of one, then hook up with these guys. I'm pretty sure they'd be happy to have you along. Yeah, it's all about the community and bringing everybody together. That's that one. Let's go Jetski Jake. I think he's been pretty quiet. He did have a, let's just see, there was a ride during the week, or was it the weekend? I think it was Saturday morning actually, but he hasn't posted a video. 2 days ago, there's one there. Someone post Steve Symes, Rainbow Beach. Again, check Jetski Jake family page. Stuff going on all the time. Give them a shout. Drop messages. These guys really helpful, and they'll do what they can to assist and get you on some of the rides with them. You got to be quick though, because they do close very quickly because they fill up. There are limited numbers of people. Depending on the ride, it can be anywhere from 6 riders to 10 riders max, no more. And yeah, so you've got to move quick and get yourself a spot. So touch base with them. Good evening, Tralee. That's the Jetski Jake page. I've changed my layout a little bit here with the screens and stuff to try and make things easier. But to be honest, I've probably just confused myself because I'm now trying to find out where some of the windows are. Jet ski riders, Gold Coast and Brisbane. quiet again. Just some odd little questions. Apps, there's one there. Weather apps for rec rides help determine what the weather's going to be like. Sea Breeze app or the Willy Weather app are both pretty good. Some people experience mixed fortunes with either one. I guess you could probably utilise both and then kind of make an informed guess or estimate of whether you're going to go or not. But generally, the reports tend to be a bit overly done because once you get out, at the end of the day, you're going to get wet. So, yeah, it is what it is. Just be mindful. If it's looking bad, get out with a group. Get out with other individuals who want to ride, and experience the open waters. So, yeah, it's really pretty important. Safety in numbers is what I always try to advocate. So that's that. I'll come to that one in a bit. People putting up licenses. Ooh, nice bike. I think that's pretty much it on the rec side. Few advertisements. Yep. Yeah, that's the Jetski Gold Coast Riders group in Brisbane. Now, Wellington Jet Sport Club, New Zealand. They do have Winter Enduro Round 2, 10th of August, 8 o'clock. Again, if you're in New Zealand, if you're down on the southern tip of the North Island, hook up with them if you're interested in racing. If you don't want to race, pop along, watch, help, and support, and get involved if you can. You'll be surprised at how much fun it is. Okay, and that's the way to look at the racing. Go in with an open mind, enjoy the experience, and try not to be too judgmental. Otherwise, you might be a bit disappointed. So keep an open mind when you go there and just enjoy it for yourself. Enjoy it for yourself. Doesn't matter what anyone else does. Be there for yourself and then to support those around you. Okay, that's Wellington. Oh, Jesus God. Here we are. All right, New Zealand. Jetski Racing New Zealand again. This is Dave's club, Dave Vennell. They have their Round 2 series at Pahoa Reserve. I hope I've said that right. Tauranga. It is the 25th of August. It's a sizable course. Let me see if I can find the track or the layout for it. There was a layout. Let me see if I can find it. Might be in the discussions. Nah, it's not. Let me go to their actual page because I believe it's posted in there. Let me just get this hooked up. Oh, there. Now, I hope people can see that. Big one, big layout. Oh yeah, the one on the weekend was big. Almost 3.5 kilometers, I believe. But this one's considerably bigger. That's just head down and hope for the best. Hope for the best outcome. So good luck to everybody who's going to be involved in these. So that's the 25th of August, Tauranga. So again, if you're hooking up with these guys, touch base with Dave, the club, see what you can organise for yourself. If you're going down there to help or support, please do so. Your attendance would be very much appreciated. So now we have Victoria Jetski. This is great. I love this one. We're now looking at other areas, other states starting to do. They're starting to do little clinics. So as simple as that sounds, as far as free reversing clinics, the number of people that get it wrong, it's quite, yeah, it's, people get mixed up, especially when they're looking in the mirrors and they kind of get left and right all mixed up and realising what impact and effect it has when they turn the wheel. So, free opportunity for those, hook up with VGSBA and take a look at Better Boating Victoria, and they will, let's just get a look at the details on that. Yep. Just read that 3 of the sessions are female only events, so if you're feeling a bit intimidated because the blokes are there, there will be female only events. So that's a great little initiative to help people improve their skills, and the dates are there. Go to betterboating.gov.au. Better Boating Victoria. You'll find a link in there. Have a look, and yeah, sign up if you're in Victoria. So that's a good opportunity. All right, that's VGSBA. Now we're on the QPWC. Obviously, we had, give me a second, let me just get rid of some of this stuff. Obviously, we had the Cameron Martin event at the weekend there. Fantastic wee event. I think we had, we did have initially 20 riders, I believe. Ended up being 19, I think. We had a last minute call off. But I think we ended up with about 19 or 20. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, it was well attended and well supported by everyone. Shout out to, let me get this off the top of my head, Brisbane Kawasaki, Gold Coast Wave Runners, Jet Pilot, Watercraft Performance Centre, Jet Sport, I've missed somebody, AGSBA and Jet One Industries. All contributed to the prize and to the prizes that were being on offer for the day. And that there is Cameron Martin's old race jet ski. Pretty nifty. Some of the pictures courtesy of, let me just double check. I believe these are, yep, Jeff Lakeford, nautical image. Alan McIntosh was there as well, and he does have a bunch of pictures up on Alan McIntosh Photography, so go check his page out and take a look at some of his shots. He's got some really good images as well. There's our, let me just get that up. Hopefully you can, oh, wrong place. No, didn't work that way. Let's see. Alright, so there we go. There's the results from the weekend. Men's Open class, Rob Bray, Billy Cunningham, Matt Atala. Women's Open, Janine Jackman, Sarah Tyrrell, Alana Moore. The stock class, Billy Cunningham, Matt Atala, Peter Grant. And the naturally aspirated class was Seb Bahadurin, Ben Mountford and Dave Venell taking out the honours with that. And let me just get, there was a couple of shots. Let me just see. These were some of the pictures that were popping up and some of the comments that were popping up. And these made me laugh because I totally relate to it. Yep. So there's Seb. There's Seb there. That's Ben. And we have Dave Venell. So well done. There's the ladies. Janine Jackman, Alana Moore, third. Sarah Ann Tyrrell was second. Let's go stock class. Matt Atala, Peter Grant and Bailey taking number 1. And there's the open class, Matt Atala, Bailey Cunningham, Rob Bray taking out the honours there. And there's the money shot, the people that this all centres around. And the Martin family. 2 seconds. Hopefully you can see that. Rob in the middle there with Janine, and then the Martin family either side. And yeah, cracking shot. Great to have them there. One of the sponsors I did forget to mention, and I don't know if you can catch a glimpse of Janine's t-shirt, WLE Designs, Mark White put together a bunch of t-shirts and hoodies for the event, and each rider got one. So hats off to, kudos and thanks to Mark and his wife for putting them together. They were a fantastic little prize for the riders, a nice little surprise for them all as well. So that was fantastic. Let me just see what else we have. Oh geez, I'm all over the place here. Here we go. Let's scroll down. There's some of the pictures. Bailey. That was Matt Atala. Seb. Let's go through them. Alana Moore. Mitch Waits. Ski. Unfortunately, Mitch was on a bit of a rocket ship, but unfortunately, reliability let him down really, really bad. But I've got no doubt he'll bounce back again at some point. Let's just jump through a couple more. That was Kim Richardson, Kim Davies, sorry. Kim Davies' ski. Seb's out there. Mark White. Oh, there's a grumpy old man. Nah, that's Dave. Dave Venel. Matt Atala. Dave again. 202. Dan Colbert. He was a late entry, so kudos to him. There's Mark, WLD Design, LE Designs. So he was there. There's Dave. 317 was... Oh, no. Who was 317 again? That's going to annoy me. 317. Angelique. Sorry. That was Angelique. Angelique that was racing. Now, Angelique, I love this one. Angelique's was on her second event. She'd already tried to take part in round 3, which obviously got cancelled. So realistically, this was her first bit of racing, and she did the first enduro, decided it's not for me. I'm not keen on it, and it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's a real test of endurance. You either enjoy it or you don't. But what I like about this is she gave it a go, and that I take my hat off to. So congratulations, Angelique, and well done. All right, what else do we have? Let's see. Let's flick through a couple more. 90. Oh God, I've got to get these off the top of my head now. Who's that? That's is that Tate? Is that Tate? No, it's not. Who was that one? That one's annoying me now. I'll know it when somebody says it. 90. I can't remember who it was. Let's go. There's Sarah Ann. That's Ben. Ben Mountford, Janine Jackman. So and that's actually Alan McIntosh's pictures. So, wait a minute, is that right? 2 seconds. I just got to go back. I need to check Kim. Kim was racing. Oh, wrong place. Let me just get that again. So that's some of the pictures. Let me just... Oh, of course, yes. That's right, it was Kim. Kim Davies. Kim actually had 2 skis. He had a Sea-Doo 325, which was 95, and then he had a Yamaha, I think it was an 1800 GP. He had that as well. So yeah, that's right, it was. Yep, the ski itself was what threw me there. So that's right, Janine, thank you for that. Yep, got that. All right, thanks guys for that, and just give me a wee kick up the bum there. So there we go. That's been the racing over the course of the weekend. Now the big one coming up is obviously this one coming up. Now next week our guest will be Jamie Eadie, president of the QPWC, and we'll talk about the general current state of QPWC, or racing in the QPWC, and get his points in view on a lot of, a few things related to that, but focusing on this particular event which is coming up. So I hope this is a big one. We've got some good numbers so far. I just hope as a sport we can attract more riders to events like this, and yeah, so we can all do it together. We can drum people up and get them involved and encourage them to take part. So yeah, we want to make this one a huge success and make this one a really, really good one. Angie, that's yeah, round 4 is September, but the state championships are August. So yeah, round 4 is the first weekend, I think it is, or the second Sunday, or first Sunday in September, if I remember correctly. Actually, I hate to see what your fuel bill is going to be like. I've got to hand it to you though. You're in it, and you're getting, you put your full weight behind it. So hats off to you guys. I love it. I love what everybody does and gets involved and gets behind it all. And long may that continue. Mitch has just tuned in, mate. State titles has got to be something worthwhile. Hopefully, Mitch, you're going to be in attendance and racing at this one. Fingers crossed. And some of the people that were actually at the Enduros, hopefully you guys will be at this as well. Let's make it a cracking weekend, and let's get as many people as we can at this particular event. So yeah, fingers crossed. And Jamie's on next week. He's going to try and help give it a bit of a push and a lift. And the deadline for entries is 14th of August, midnight. And I could have got Jamie on the 14th, but I thought it'd be easier doing it next week with a view to another 7 days until the deadline for closing, for entries to be closed. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everybody gets involved and shows up. And let's make it a cracking 2024 state titles. Okay, so let's start winding things down. Now, obviously, I did the stream from the Enduros event. Mixed results. Overall, for me, it was on QPWC. Sorry, I take that back. But for QPWC as well, plenty of people were tuning in. Audio was pretty hit and miss. The wind was pretty prominent in the audio, and I've got a way that I'm going to do the stream at the state titles as well, and I've got another mic which will cut down the wind, so should be able to hear what's being said. And someone did make a comment on the stream about they were happy that the closed captions were on, and if that's the case, then I'll just leave them on and I won't adjust it, so that'd be good. So yeah, we will be streaming the Queensland state titles live over the 2 days. Alright, so I'm not going to be racing at that, so it's simple for me to make my, use my time wisely to do something like that, and to bring the sport into people's mobile devices and whatever else. And if you can't make it, see, you can hear that wind in the back with that stream that's on at the moment. So yeah, it's a bit hectic. There's I knew I wasn't racing at this, but even when I turned up to run green, I was super hyped, super excited to see everybody race. And unfortunately, things didn't work out that day. But the Enduros at the weekend, I was hyped, and I wasn't even racing. So I'm looking forward to the state championships, and they can't come quick enough. So there we go. All right, now I'm going to start finishing things up. Last little thing I want to mention on a personal note is I am actually trying to sell some merchandise. Now let me just find where I put it, and there we go. All right, so there's what the new designs are looking like. Now, if anybody is interested in one of these items, now let me just put them all on. They will obviously be supplied without the surname on the back. You're not going to want my name on the back of it, okay? So take that off. And the idea of the Jetski Republic on the bottom is if you're wearing it while you're out riding, it will sit below your life jacket, and that was the idea of it. So if anybody's interested, drop me a message. I'm completing an order which needs to be submitted by Monday and Sunday midnight. If anybody could, if you're interested in getting a garment and getting, that's the hoodie. That's what the design would look like on the long sleeve t-shirt, and then obviously with a short sleeve, it obviously would be blank like that as well. But again, same thing, if it's on the bottom, so if you're wearing it on your ski, it would be seen below the ski jacket. Entirely up to yourself. If you're interested, drop me a message, let me know. Donna, I'd love to be there at New Zealand races every week that you've got them, but yeah. Yeah, so if anybody's interested, drop me a message. Deadline's midnight Sunday. I'm going to submit an order by Monday to the suppliers. I do have some already on order. Well, that will be ordered from some people that have already messaged me. So it'd be nice to add a few extra to it beforehand. And yeah, so that's it. Alrighty, let's close things off. Now, let me just shut that down. Full screen. There we go. Alright, now, final video. I have Rebecca Hales, Wet Sundays, and always love when she posts her videos from up her way, and when Morn Duran does the same, and even some of the other boys that are up that way, and they get some videos out from the Wet Sundays and the Keppels and stuff like that. Fantastic. It looks absolutely stunning. So I'm going to leave you with this video from Rebecca. Check her out on YouTube. You'll find her on Facebook as well. The video, well, I don't even need to say anything. You'll judge it for yourself. Until next week, when I'll have Jamie Eadie on, stay safe while you're out riding. Be respectful of each other. Be tolerant. But most importantly, have some fun. Good night.
I don't even really know where to begin, because it seems like every time I get ahead, I end up going 2 steps back. So tonight, I'm just gonna let this one ride. You know what I mean?